Day number 2. Take 2. Game number 2 of day number 3 of the 98th annual Minnesota State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Underway now here at Chaska Athletic Park. Our game here today will be the St. Stephen's Steves and the Princeton Panthers. And let's give you the Steves starting lineup as we get things underway here in today's contest. Leading off at third base is Jake Shalanka. Batting second in center field, Bo Schmidt. Hitting third, the catcher Matt Meyer. Batting fourth at first base, Tony Schmitz. Hitting fifth at second base is Blake Guggenberger. Hitting sixth, the designated hitter Ben Ullman. Batting seventh, the left fielder Riley Hartwig. Hitting eighth, the shortstop Derek Durant. And batting ninth will be the right fielder Andrew Wallach. And that lineup will face Damon Rademacher for Princeton, as we're about ready to get things going here in game number 2 of the day. The winner of this one gets the Watkins Clippers next Saturday afternoon at 1:30 in Waconia. Shalanka stands in, and a strike is taken. It is no balls and 1 strike, as Damon Rademacher out of Gustavus Adolphus and out of Princeton, Minnesota, throws to Shalanka, and a foul ball is hit right side and out of play. It is no balls and 2 strikes. Shalanka out of St. Scholastica. The 0-2 delivery fouled away. No balls and 2 strikes. Shalanka, native of Sartell, Minnesota. A sophomore for the St. Scholastica Saints this year. No balls, 2 strikes in the count. And the pitch is low for 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tanner Keeney in left, Jay Carlson in center, and Grant Brockhouse in right. Luke Hallbeck at third. Tyson Dosofsky at short, as a curveball swung out and missed. Dug out of the dirt by the catcher, Sam Archer, who'll throw on to first base, and Greg Scheffel. And the put-out officially recorded 2-3. Aaron Ogdahl is the second baseman. How nice of the situation to present itself to allow us to introduce 2 of the defenders that we had not mentioned yet. As Bo Schmidt will swing and foul the first pitch off, no balls and 1 strike. The Steves and Princeton. Princeton did not play last year due to COVID-19, but came together as a team pretty quickly, according to manager John Patnode. Swinging a foul at the plate once again, and it's no balls and 2 strikes now. And here they are at the state tournament once again. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Beautiful day here in Chaska. Had weather problems Friday night, but haven't had any of the last couple of nights, as the pitch swing and a pop-up first base side. Craig Schieffel on the first base side, and foul ground will make the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 down here in the inning for Matt Meyer. Rademacher with a strikeout and a foul out for the first 2 outs of the inning. First offering. Breaking ball, blown away. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Here's a ground ball, third base side, picked up by the shortstop Dyson Dusovsky. And he'll throw across the diamond to Meyer to retire the side. So 3 up, 3 down go the Steves here in the first inning. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. It's St. Stephen 0 and Princeton coming to bat, and Princeton will bat this way. Tanner Keeney in left field, Jake Carlson in center, Sam Archer the catcher, Grant Brockhouse in right field, Aaron Ogdahl at second, Dan Vose at the designated hitter position, Damon Rademacher the pitcher, Dyson Dusovsky the shortstop, Gehrig Schieffel at first base, and in the 10 spot in the order, so he's not batting, will be Luke Hallbeck. And that lineup will face Landon Lancer. According to John Patnode, his Princeton lineup was able to come together pretty quickly after not playing last year. And Landon Lancer will take the ball for St. Stephen's. The defense for the Steves. Tanner Kinney will lead things off here in the as we take care of some housekeeping matters, we'll set the Steves defense here. Riley Hartwig, Bo Schmitz, and Andrew Wallach left to right in the outfield. Jake Shalanka at third, Derek Durant at short, Blake Guggenberger at second, and Tony Schmitz at first. Matt Meyer behind the plate, and Landon Lunzer is on the hill. Lunzer delivers his first offering to Tanner Keeney, and Keeney fouls the first pitch back, no balls and 1 strike. This Princeton team won the regional through the losers bracket last weekend as pitch goes low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. They hosted the regional. And we're able to get it done the hard way. Pitch, fly ball out into left field, long run for Riley Hartwig. He's going to dive, slide, and make the catch. So Hartwig takes away a hit from his fellow left fielder Tanner Keeney to start the game. 1 down here in the inning. Lunzer, a Sauk Rapids Rice high school graduate. As Jake Carlson, the young man who got his first career home runs in town ball this year, will look at a strike. It's 0-1. Landon ready, and the pitch, a strike. It's once again. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Lunzer, a quick worker, and the 0-2 delivery, a breaking ball that just missed outside. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jay Carlson. And we mentioned Princeton did not play last year due to COVID-19 back at the state tournament for the first time since 2018. Fastball just missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. For the first decade of the 21st century, they were pretty regular here at the tournament. 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 07, and 09. The 2-2 swinging a foul away. He did not return until 2018, and returning after taking the year off, their best ever finish in the state tournament was a runner-up finish back in 2000. 2-2 delivery, swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Jake Carlson down on strikes, 2 down here in inning number 1. And Sam Archer to the plate in a scoreless game. And Watkins Clippers get the winner of this one in Waconia next Saturday at 1:30. Archer in from the right-hand side of the plate against Luntzer. And the pitch is low and inside. St. Stephen back here at the state tournament for the first time since 2008. It's overall their 6th tournament appearance. 51, 57, 94, 07, and 08. The pitch in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Luntzer, a kid that also played hockey in high school. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch outside corner for a strike, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now. And the pitch just missed the outside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Archer. Luntzer looking for a 1-2-3 inning here in the home half of the first inning. Defensively for the Steves, the pitch, swing and a miss, and a breaking ball dug out of the dirt by the catcher Meyer. He'll flip it down to Tony Schmitz at first, and a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Panthers here in the bottom of the first inning. 1 inning done, no score.
All summer long, you have gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that decorate and help define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball in our hometowns. And on September 11th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Royals at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the newly crowned state amateur champs will be honored at the Town Ball Tavern and during a pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3! Fairmont, state champions in 2020.
Congratulations to the Fairmont Martins. They are your 2020.
For tickets to the Twins' Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 11th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Clayton Johnson is our producer and director. My name is Darren Swenson. Thanking you for joining us wherever you are watching PrepSpotlight.tv's coverage of the 98th Annual Minnesota State Amateur Baseball Tournament being hosted by Chaska, Hamburg, and Waconia. It'll be the middle third of the order for the Steves here in the first inning as both teams went down in order in the first inning. Tony Schmitz actually starts the second by taking a strike, 0-1. Damon Rademacher, a Princeton native, a Gustavus Adolphus pitcher, throws outside to Schmitz. 1 ball and 1 strike. It was a strikeout, a foul out, and a ground out in the first inning for the 3 outs. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Tournament getting hosted by Chaska for the 5th time. First time since 2008. 2-1 delivery is up. Popping out of the glove of the catcher, Sam Archer, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. They hosted it with Hamburg back in 1998, hosted it with Shakopee in 2008, hosted it with Hamburg back in 1988, and hosted it by themselves back in 1955 as a breaking ball goes high, and Tony Schmitz becomes the first base runner of the game. Schmitz at first, nobody out. Blake Guggenberger to the plate. No score here in the second inning. Right-hander against the right-hander as Rademacher out of the stretch for the first time today. Offering at the first one via a bunt was Guggenberger, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Series of signs in the third base box. Short lead at first base by Schmitz. Guggenberger squaring to bunt once again. He lays it down right in front of the plate. The catcher, Archer, is going to throw to first base with Schiefel covering. And the sacrifice complete, 2-3. So Schmitz moves up into scoring position, and the Steve's manager, Ben Ullman, will come to the plate. Runner at second, one down. Ullman, a .257 hitter on the season. The pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Bo Schmitz, the number 2 hitter, the leading hitter on this squad with, actually Matthew Meyer, the number 3 hitter, the leading hitter on this squad with a .473 average. Breaking ball just missed inside. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Ben Ullman. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 delivery, a fly ball out into left center field. Well hit but playable. Carlson over from his center field position to make the catch. Tagging but holding at second is Schmitz. So there's 2 down in the inning. And the batter will be Riley Hartwig. No score here in the second inning, with Schmitz at second and 2 down. Hartwig in from the right-hand side of the plate. He'll look at a curve for a strike, 0-1. Hartwig at .220 for his batting average on the season. Out of the stretch is Rademacher, and the pitch. Good breaking ball, swung out and missed, and it's 0-2 now. No balls, 2 strikes. The pause and the 0-2 outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Riley Hartwig. A gorgeous day here in Chaska for the second game of 4 here at the beautiful Chaska Athletic Park. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 down. The pitch, curve ball hit into left field. Tanner Keeney coming in, and he will make it the catch, one-handed off to his side to retire the side. A leadoff walk, but nothing else. 1.5 done, no score.
The Town Ball Tour. Head to the small towns and tell people what it's all about.
A lot of excitement. Weather is fantastic.
This place has been here since the early 80s.
This is a baseball town.
The town is here. The kids are here. It's safe. It's a wonderful environment.
We certainly met some wonderful characters.
Thanks for joining us for another season of Fox 9's Town Ball Tour.
The state amateur baseball tournaments are now in full swing. The Class B and C tournaments will be played out this weekend, next weekend, and Labor Day weekend in Waconia, Chaska, and Hamburg. Get out and support your community. Or if you just love the game of baseball and want to watch win or go home games at fantastic venues, there's nothing like tournament time. If you can't make it to the games, PrepSpotlight.tv/townball has packages that will make watching all the venues very affordable. Enjoy the tournament at the park or right where you're watching it right now. PrepSpotlight.tv. The quality camera work, the quality production work, and the quality picture that you're watching is thanks to the hard work of Clayton Johnson, who's our producer and director. My name is Darren Swenson. Grant Brockhouse will start things here in the second inning, and he'll look at a strike. It was a 14-pitch first inning for Lance Lunsher. 2 strikeouts and a flyout. The 0-1 delivery missed outside to the left-hand hitting Brockhouse. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. It'll be a trip to Waconia for the winner of this one next Saturday at 1:30. 1-1 pitch fouled away. You mentioned the weather. The specific conditions right now are here in Chaska, 77 degrees, 40% humidity, a southeast breeze at 17 miles an hour, it says, but not a big effect right now as Brockhouse sprays it foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Anytime you're in late August and you're in the state of Minnesota when the temperature is 77 and the heat index is 78, you have to call that one a victory. The 1-2 delivery, curveball low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Luncher ready. And the 2-2 delivery, a ground ball towards first, gobbled up there by Schmitz. They'll run to the bag for the 3 unassisted putout. 1 down here in the inning. Aaron Ogdahl will be the batter. Ogdahl, 344 and 10 RBI this season. A newcomer to the Princeton team, looks at a strike, 0-1. One-0 is up from Luncher, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. See, we got some knothole people out there in right center field. Up along the berm, which protects the river as from this park, ground ball foul. In fact, if you go here, or if you've been here to Chaska Athletic Park, in the now around 70-year history of this park, it's been flooded a few times. And on the side of the grandstands on the first base side, the 1-2 pitch, fly ball center field. Angling into right center is Bo Schmitz. He'll make a one-handed chest-high catch off to his side for out number 2. On the grandstands on the first base side, they have 4 or 5 high water levels listed. I believe in 2007 was the highest the water ever got to this field. And talking to a few people here, from what I understand, as Dan Voci, the designated hitter, stands in, takes a breaking ball outside, 1 ball, no strikes. That a berm was built after the 1993 flood to protect this ballpark from rising river. Ground ball left field and through for a base hit. First base runner of the game for Princeton is Dan Voci with a 2-out single here in the 2nd inning. That's part of a Carver County trail system, so it's does multiple amounts of good. And Damon Rademacher will stand in, trying to help his own cause. Of the games that we have seen here in Chaska this weekend, he becomes the first pitcher to bat in the lineup. Righty-righty matchup with 2 down as he hammers one foul. Third base side, no balls and 1 strike to count. Princeton, the home team, St. Stephen's, the away team, the Steves and the Panthers here in game number 2 of the day. 3 Class C games and 1 Class B game here in Chaska. The curveball is fouled at the plate. The home plate umpire didn't immediately throw his hands up. So Voci started to take off between first and second, but the home plate umpire said, "Not so fast, my friend." 0-2 the count. Unser working out of the stretch for the first time today. And the 0-2 delivery, a breaking ball that just missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good lead at first base by Vosi. Muncher to the below the belt set and a move to first base sends Vosi back to the bag diving. One ball, 2 strikes the count. Muncher ready. The pause and the 1-2, a ground ball towards short. Derek Durant will pick it up with a short way to second, and Vosi to retire the side. 1 hit, 1 left, 2 done, no score for the 98th annual Minnesota State Amateur Baseball Tournament.
All summer long, you have gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that decorate and help define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball in our hometowns. And on September 11th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Royals at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the newly crowned state amateur champs will be honored at the Town Ball Tavern and during a pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3! Fairmont, state champions in 2020.
Congratulations to the Fairmont Martins. They are your 2020.
For tickets to the Twins' Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 11th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Derek Durant looks at the first one out of the zone, the second one in for a strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Both teams with 1 base runner thus far, as the Steves have had a walk and the Panthers have had a hit, fisted foul. First base side, 8-9 and 1 due for the Steves against Damon Rademacher. Here in the 3rd inning, no score between these two teams playing their first game at the Class C state tournament today. The 1-2 delivery, outside corner, strike 3 called, strikeout number 2 for Damon Rademacher. 1 down in the inning for Andrew Wallach. The right-hand hitting right fielder for the Steves. Wallach hit .323 on the regular season. And the pitch, looking to bunt. Did he offer at him? He did, said the home plate umpire. It's no balls and 1 strike. Shalanka will follow here in the top of the 3rd inning. Rademacher, the Gustavus graduate, takes a curveball inside for 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 delivery, fouled straight back over the grandstands and out of play. One ball, 2 strikes to count on Andrew Wallach. And the 1-2 delivery, a ground ball, 3rd base side, past a diving Hallbuck, fielded by Desofsky, but the shortstop's throw will be late into the top side of the bag. So even with a good throw, I believe Wallach would have been safe. They're going to rule it a hit, so 1 on, 1 out here in the 3rd inning. And Jake Shalanka out of St. Scholastica will stand in. He struck out in the 1st inning, one of 2 strikeout victims Rademacher got the first time through the order. As the pitch outside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. A Steves fan not liking the initial call of the plate appearance. No balls, one strike. Rademacher delivers. It's fisted out into right field. It'll land in front of Rockholt for a base hit. So the Steves in business here in the third inning. First and second with one down. And Bo Schmitz will come to the plate. He fouled his first time up in the first. Schmitz on the season, one of three men that batted above 400. Two of those three are in the lineup today for the Steves. He was a .408 hitter prior to the state tournament. The pitch, breaking ball a little high to Schmitz. One ball, no strikes. Steves trying to break through with the first real scoring threat of the game. The 1-0 delivery, good breaking ball, swung on and missed. It is one ball and one strike. Rademacher facing his first real challenge of the day right here. Comes to the chin high set and the fastball misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike on Bo Schmitz. Rademacher this time with a long look in at the catcher Archer, but he missed again. And it is 3 balls and 1 strike. Schmitz out of St. Cloud State. The 3-1 is a chopper foul. Played 2 seasons at Bemidji State as well as 2 seasons at St. Cloud State. Played 5 games for Wilmer in the Northwoods League a few years back. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count with first and second. A fly ball into center field. Jay Carlson is right there. Makes an above the head one-handed grab for out number 2. Two down in the frame. And the most dangerous bat in the Steves lineup, Matt Meyer, will come to the plate. Meyer grounded to short in the first, 0 for 1. Meyer 42 RBI, 12 doubles, 11 homers, and 15 walks in 88 at-bats this year. In the biz, we call that pretty darn good as the pitch in there is for a strike, 0-1. So 23 of his 88 plate appearances or official at-bats in the regular season ended up in extra base hits. The 0-1 delivery, good breaking ball, but it missed high from Rademacher. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. The runner at second is Wallach, the runner at first is Shalanka. Ground ball towards third, gobbled up there by Hallbeck, and he will just tag Wallach going by to end the inning. 2 hits, 2 left, 2.5 done, no score.
Celebrate the end of the 2021 Town Ball season. Join your teammates, rivals, and ball fans from around the state at the Twins game on September 11th. Special ticket pricing for Town Ball players and fans. Salutes to the newly crowned champs and a very fun night at the ballpark. Order your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/townball and wear your town's team colors to Target Field on September 11th.
State Amateur Baseball tournaments now in full swing. The BNC tournaments being played out this weekend, next weekend, and Labor Day weekend. In Waconia, Chaska, and Hamburg, get out and support your community Or if you just love the game of baseball and want to watch win-or-go-home games at fantastic venues, such as Chaska Athletic Park, there's nothing like tournament time if you can't make it to the games. You're where you need to be, prepspotlight.tv/townball. We have packages that will make watching all the venues very affordable. Enjoy the tournament here in person or via prepspotlight.tv. This is a beautiful park. Waconia Lions Park, a beautiful park as well. Hamburg, a very nice place as well. Great places to watch folks who still love the game of baseball and want to represent their communities. A lot of passion for the great game, and if there wasn't that passion, this tournament wouldn't be in its 98th year. Tyson Dusovsky, Garrig Scheffel, and Tanner Keeney here in the third inning. Ground ball to short, charge there by Derek Duran. He'll loop a throw over to first base to retire his fellow shortstop. One pitch, one out here in the third inning. One down, no score. Bottom of the third, Garrig Scheffel to the plate. Scheffel in from the left-hand side of the plate. Look at a strike. Nothing in one. Of course, this tournament shifts around every year. Next year, it's going to be at Faribault, Dundas, and Meesville. Another pitch, another strike, and Scheffel trailing in the count. 2 strikes to nothing. 2 years from now, it'll be a very special year. It'll be the 100th anniversary of this tournament as pitch goes outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Delano, Dassel, and Litchfield going to be hosting the tournament in 2023. Tanner Keeney on deck in a scoreless game. The pitch swung on and missed. It chops away from the catcher, Matt Meyer, but he gets to it quickly. And a loft to Tony Schmitz at first base results in the 3rd strikeout for Lance Luntzer. Two down in the inning. And Tanner Keeney will be the batter. Flew out to left his first time up. A looper out to left this time. It's going to land for a base hit. So Keeney becomes the second base runner, getting the second base hit of the game for the Panthers. And Jake Carlson will stand in. Struck out in the first, 0 for 1. Runner at first, 2 down, home half of the third, and a scoreless game, and a move to first base. And a close play. The first baseman, Tony Schmitz, couldn't hang on to it. Otherwise, there perhaps would have been a bit more drama in the play. Jake Carlson out of Bemidji State. This pitch goes high. 1 ball, no strikes. He was named to the Northern Sun All-Academic team this past spring. Short lead at first base by Keeney, and a move over there will send him back to the bag standing. Luntzer in at Meyer for the sign. Comes to the below the belt set, and the 1-0 delivery is a fastball up. For 2 balls, no strikes on Jake Carlson. Panthers trying to get through a 2-out rally here in the third inning. 2-0 the count, and the pitch smacked into left field, and a base hit. So back-to-back singles from Keeney and Carlson will give Sam Archer a chance for the Panthers. Archer struck out swinging his first time up in the first. Archer led the conference in batting. The league that Princeton played in throughout the course of the summer. He's up here with the chance to put his team on top in the bottom of the third inning. Runner at second is Keeney. The runner at first is Jay Carlson. Luntzer ready. Curveball low and away. One ball, no strikes to count. Inning started relatively easy with a ground out and a strikeout, but back-to-back singles by Keeney and Carlson have allowed the Panthers a rally here in the third. And the pitch, swinging a foul at the plate. Archer, a graduate of Gustavus Adolphus. In 2019, part of that winning MIAC team, as Luntzer came set. Archer asked for time, and it was granted by the home plate umpire. One ball, one strike, the count. Keeney off a second, Carlson off a first. He's not being held on there by Schmitz. And the pitch high to Archer. It is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Three hits for the Panthers through 3. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Luntzer in at Matt Meyer for the sign. Below the belt set, a look back at second. A second glance in that direction, and the pitch, ground ball through the right side. Diving stop by Schmidt. He's able to knock it down. That's going to be it. The bases will be loaded, but if Schmidt doesn't keep that one on the skin, that's probably a run for Keeney. We'll see how they rule it, as Grant Brockhouse will come to the plate. They're going to rule it a base hit. It would have been a tough play for Schmitz nonetheless. Brockhouse grounded out first base unassisted in the second inning as fastball goes up. 1 ball, no strikes. Keeney third, Carlson second, and Archer at first. Luntzer working out of the windup. And the pitch, fastball in there for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Grant Brockhouse. Panthers with the first legitimate scoring threat for either squad in this game as the pitch goes high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Inning started innocently enough with a ground out and a strikeout, but 3 consecutive singles by the top 3 men in the Panther order has established a threat here in the home half of the third. Ground ball foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Luntzer has 3 strikeouts on the day. Two and 2 the count. The 2-2. Ground ball, first base side, gobbled up there by Tony Schmitz, and he'll Run to the bag to retire the side. 3 2-out singles, but they're all left on for the Panthers. We are 3 innings complete, and we are scoreless.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
Middle third of the order due here in the 4th inning. Panthers with 4 hits, the Steves with 2 thus far. But everyone who's gotten on has been left on through the first third of this contest. Winner of this one will face the Watkins Clippers in Waconia next Saturday at 1:30. Tony Schmidt has been one of 2 base runners against Damon Rademacher to this point. He drew a leadoff walk in the second, but was stranded at second. And a strike is called to start this plate appearance. Rademacher threw 3 innings, has given up 2 hits and 1 walk, a fly ball into right. Grant Brockhouse under it. And above the head, one-handed grab retires Schmidt in medium depth right for the first out here in inning number 4. And Blake Guggenberger, who sacrificed Schmidt to second back in the first inning, or rather the second inning, will be the batter. No score here in the 4th. Ground ball towards second base to his backhand side. Ogdahl, he'll knock it down, but that's all he'll be able to do with it, as Guggenberger reaches with 1 out in the 4th. We'll see how they rule it. It's going to be a base hit, as the official score rules that would have been an above average play to retire Guggenberger had Ogdahl made the play. 1 on, 1 out for Ben Ullman, who looks at a strike, 0-1. The Steves manager flew out to center back in the second inning, 0 for 1. No score here in the 4th. Hunter takes off, pitch taken outside, throw down to second base, not in time. Archer double clutched, and once he missed on the fire, Guggenberger was going to get in there relatively easy. And Aaron Ogdahl might have been shaken up a little bit as that throw went down there, but everyone appears to be all right. It's 1 ball, 1 strike on Ben Ullman. This is the second time today that the Steves have had a runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs. Still scoreless. Visiting half of the 4th. Pitch outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-2 now. From Rademacher to Ullman. The pause, a look back at second, and the pitch. Fly ball center field. Still going to be actually on the infield as the shortstop Dusovsky will make the catch. And 2 down here in the inning. Guggenberger at second with 2 down, and it'll be up to Riley Hartwig to make something of the top of the 4th inning for the Steves. Hartwig flew out to left his first time up. 7 hits in the game, but everyone who has reached has been left on. Hartwig swings and misses at the first offering from Rademacher. No balls, 1 strike. The pause. The 0-1, and it was a breaking ball that didn't break as Hartwig gets hit by the pitch. So for the second consecutive inning, the Steves have multiple runners on. They left them both on in the third. Derek Durant will try to prevent that from happening here in the fourth. He struck out looking in his first plate appearance last inning, and he'll swing and miss. The first offering from Rademacher. It is no balls and 1 strike. Rademacher comes set in the 0-1. Did that hit him? It did. It clipped the jersey. Rademacher upset with himself for hitting his second consecutive batter. So just like the Panthers had in the bottom of the third inning, the Steves now have the bases loaded with 2 down, and Andrew Wallach, the number 9 hitter, with the chance. He singled back in the third, 1 for 1. And Rademacher to the windup as Wallach fouls at first base side. No balls, 1 strike. Rademacher in for the sign from Archer. Gets the target and the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Healthy cut, no contact from Wallach, and it's 0-2. Bases loaded, 2 down, 4th inning. In a scoreless game, both teams loading the bases in their last plate appearance, and a swing and a miss from Wallach ends the threat here in the third. 1 hit, 2 hit batters, 3 runners left on base. The Steves have left 6 through 4. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's St. Stephen's 0, Princeton 0.
3 consecutive base hits to left field. Storm turns on one, drills it deep to left. It is gone!
Pitcher. Here's a liner, and it is past the diving second baseman, Brandon Heitkamp. It's going to score 2 runs.
And that one slapped to the left side. It's going to drop. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. A double for Dieters.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Line drive, base hit into center field. A very big hit coming.
Here's the 0-2. Swung on, and that is looped towards right center field and down for a base hit. Thielen rounding third, digging for the plate. There'll be no throw.
Cornell to second. It's going to be a tough play, and it's through. The runner Benson being waved home, and the ball is dropped in right field. So Kobe drills this one to right. It's going to have a chance to get out, but it stays in the park, and they can, minimizing damage. As Cheetah slaps that one to second, and it gets through Dordeman. That's going to lead to 2 runs. Keavy runs well, but there will be no throw.
No scorer. It's not like the teams haven't had their chances. Princeton has left 4 on the base pass, and St. Stephen has left 6 on the base pass. So there's been a lot of traffic, but not a lot of green lights past third base. Aaron Ogdahl flew out to center in his first plate appearance in the second, 0 for 1. Lance Lunser has thrown 48 pitches. His 49th is a strike to Ogdahl. No balls and 1 strike. He's given up 4 hits, hasn't walked anybody, and has struck out 3. Luncher with the 0-1. Good curveball swung on and missed. It's 0-2. control's been pretty good. He's only gone to a 3-ball count once. Only a 2-ball count at least 4 times. Pitch, fly ball left field. Coming in is the left fielder Hartwig. Make a one-handed off to his side catch in medium depth left for out number 1 here in the 4th inning. Princeton is the home team for the record. And Dan Voce will be the batter. He singled in the 2nd inning, 1 for 1. And from the right-hand side of the plate, a fly ball out in the left field. This one pretty well hit, but it appears playable as Hartwig and Bo Schmitz kind of collide. Bo Schmitz, the center fielder, ends up with the baseball and the out. Hartwig and Schmitz have a bit of a conversation out there. Those situations can turn dangerous in a hurry potentially if communication isn't better, but for now it goes down as nothing but an 8 in the scorebook as the pitch goes outside to Damon Rademacher, who hit into a force play to end the 2nd inning. 0 for 1. Scoreless game here in the 4th. The 1-0 is well outside. Luntzer was looking at his hand, knowing that he lost the grip on that offering as part of the delivery. The catcher, Matt Meyer, didn't even go after it. No need to with nobody on base. The 2-0 missed a bit outside. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike to count. Scoreless game, home half of the 4th inning, and day number 2 of 4, or game number 2 of 4, here in Chaska on day number 3 of the tournament. 3-0 inside, ball 4. First walk for Lance Luntzer on the day. And Tyson Dusovsky will get a 2-out chance. He grounded to short, leading off the 3rd, 0 for 1. Both teams went down in order in the 1st inning, but both teams have had base runners in each inning since. A strike to Dusovsky. The ball's 1 strike to the Princeton Panthers shortstop. The pause, the runner stays put, and the pitch swung out and missed, fooled on a breaker. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. I said 1 ball, 1 strike. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Math is hard. Short lead at first base by Rademacher. And the 0-2 delivery, a pop-up on the infield. The shortstop, Durant, a few steps off to the outfield grass, makes a chest-high one-handed grab to retire the side. 1 walk and 1 left. There's been 11 base runners in this game. They've all been left on. We're 4 complete. We're scoreless.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
Another one of the fun parts of town ball. Not a lot of messing around between innings. Couple of ground balls, couple of pitches, and everybody's ready to go. We go to the top half of the 5th inning. It'll be the top of the order for the St. Stephen Steves, who struck out swinging. Jake Shalanka, who struck out swinging in the 1st inning and singled in the 3rd. First pitch outside from Rademacher. That was his 58th offering of the contest to this point. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 delivery. Smack towards left and a base hit. Second time in 5 frames the Steves have gotten their leadoff runner on, and Shalanka is now 2 for 3. Runner at first and nobody out with Bo Schmidt coming to the plate. Bo fouled to first in the first inning and flew out to center in the third. Each team with 4 hits now as the pitch from Rademacher is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. The Steve lineup now seeing Rademacher for the 3rd time. We'll see if they figure out something about him here as the pitch goes outside. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Even with the bag at third is Hallbeck. The pitch, ground ball towards second base. Ogdahl will field. He'll go to second for the out there. The throw to first, double play. The twin killing goes 4-6-3 in the scorebook. Ogdahl to Dasowski to Schiefel. And a leadoff single gets erased, and now there's 2 down and nobody on. Matt Meyer, a dangerous guy at the plate, even with nobody on. You'd rather see him on with nobody on as compared to seeing him on with runners on base. Ground ball towards third. It's booted there by Hallbeck, and Meyer will reach safely for the first time today. That'll be an E5. Meyer had previously ground out and bounced into a fielder's choice. A runner at first. 2 down. Tony Schmidt's the batter. He'll swing and miss at the first one from Rademacher. Schmidt's walked in the second inning and flew out to right in the fourth. Oh, 1 fouled away. Now it's no balls and 2 strikes on Tony Schmidt's. The error a moment ago on Hallbeck, the first error for either side in today's game. 0-2 delivery is a fastball up. Now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Low scoring, competitive game in game number 1 where Eagle Lake beat Cannon Falls. At least the early appearance of one here as the pitch inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But games can flip on a dime. Deuce's wild pitch from Rademacher, swinging a foul back. The count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first is Matt Meyer with 2 down. Rademacher to the chest high set. Meyer was running on the play as a ground ball goes foul off the bat of Schmitz. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Each team with 4 hits. The Panthers with the lone error. The stat that counts remains 0-0. 2 ball, 2 strike pitch, fly ball. Left center field. Tanner Keeney in straightaway left makes a 2-handed head high catch to retire the side. A hit, an error, and a man left halfway home in the second game of the day at beautiful Chaska Athletic Park. It's St. Stephen 0 and Princeton 0.
Celebrate the end of the 2021 Town Ball season. Join your teammates, rivals, and ball fans from around the state at the Twins game on September 11th. Special ticket pricing for Town Ball players and fans. Salutes to the newly crowned champs and a very fun night at the ballpark. Order your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/townball and wear your town's team colors to Target Field on September.
Always fun throughout the summer when Fox 9 travels throughout the state of Minnesota with their Town Ball tour. They really go all out. Really get all their air staff involved. I know Ian Leonard, the meteorologist, has a lot of fun with that. Sports staff, news anchors, everybody involved in the Town Ball tour as the folks at Fox 9 share that tradition each and every summer. A couple of Fox 9 personalities made their way out to the ballpark this weekend. Kelsey Carlson was out last night with her dad. Leah Bino, the weekend morning news anchor, was out a little bit on Friday night. WCH 2021, that Twitter account, has shared some of the folks that have come out here that are pretty well known in the Twin Cities area. Be a part of the state amateur baseball tournament. Garrick Scheffel struck out his first time up in the third. Up again here in the fifth. He'll look at a strike, which was the 60th pitch from Lance Luntzer. Balls and one strike. Luntzer has given up 4 hits. Swinging a foul back. No balls, 2 strikes. He has walked 1, and he has struck out 3. There's been a lot of traffic on the base pass for the Panthers, but nobody has dented home plate yet. Sprayed into left field. Coming on is Riley Hartwig, and he'll make a running head-high grab in medium depth left for out number 1. 1 down, nobody on for Tanner Keeney, who flew out to left in the first and singled in the third. 0-4-1 for Princeton, 0-4-0 for St. Stephen. Little number up the first base side, and that one's going to angle into foul ground where it will be picked up there by Matt Meyer, allowing the home plate umpire to raise his hands. It's no balls and 1 strike. Watkins and the Clippers await the winner of this one. Game to be played in Waconia next Saturday at 1:30. The 0-1 delivery, bunted foul up the third base side, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Stark and Foley next. The Waconia Lakers await the winner of that one next Friday night in Waconia at 7:30. And our 4th game of the day will be the completion of the suspended game from Friday night. The 0-2 delivery. Ground ball on the right side. Guggenberger at second base. A flip over to first, and Keeney now 1 for 3. Two down in the inning for Jake Carlson. Carlson struck out swinging in the first, singled in the third. Best scoring chance for the Princeton Panthers was back in the third. 3 straight 2-out singles, but a Grant Brockhouse groundout ended the threat as Carlson swings and misses at the first offering from Luntzer. Luntzer's had 1-1-2-3 inning. That was back in the first inning. Luntzer throws high to Carlson. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Hunter gets the target from Meyer, and the 1-1 delivery is high. 2 balls and 1 strike now on Jay Carlson. Archer will follow here in the 5th. The 2-1 delivery. A little low, a little outside. Now it's 3-1 on Jay Carlson. Hunter retired the first 2 of the inning before that 2-out rally, which was eventually squelched back in the 3rd for Princeton as a foul ball towards the 3rd base side, makes it 3 balls, 2 strikes on Jay Carlson. Princeton back in the state tournament after not playing at all last year due to COVID-19. 3-2 delivery, ground ball towards 3rd, backhand stop behind the bag by Shalanka, and a fire across the diamond to Schmidt to retire Carlson. Nice play by Jake Shalanka. And for the first time since the 1st, Princeton is down in order.
All
5
summer
complete.
long, you have gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone, a home run.
Diamonds that decorate and help define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball in our hometowns. And on September 11th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Royals at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the newly crowned state amateur champs will be honored at the Town Ball Tavern and during a pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3! Fairmont, state champions in 2020.
Congratulations to the Fairmont Martins. They are your 2020.
For tickets to the Twins' Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 11th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
As we listen to Sweet Caroline, our producer-director Clayton Johnson and I karaokeing that song here in the break. He's carrying the actual tune. I'm doing the dun-dun-dun as part of the chorus. It's making a heck of a team, trust me. No score here in the top of the 6th inning. Hopefully this presentation is making a heck of a team as Blake Guggenberger gets hit to start the 6th inning. 3rd man, the Damon Rademacher, has hit in this game. Second straight inning, and for the 3rd time in 6 innings, the Steves have gotten their leadoff runner on as Ben Ullman will look at the first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Hallbeck is in at 3rd, possibly expecting a bunt. Schiefel holds the runner on at 1st as Rademacher delivers, and the pitch goes high. 2 balls, no strikes. Rademacher at 73 pitches. He's hit 2 men. He's walked 1, and he has struck out 3 in addition to giving up those 4 hits. Smacked into left field and a base hit. Ben Ullman with a single to left, and for the first time of this game, the first 2 runners in a frame reach for the Steves. As we've talked about throughout the course of this game, the Steves have had their fair share of traffic on the base pass. But Rademacher has gotten out of trouble to this point. The Steves have left 7 runners on through 5 innings. And Riley Hartwig will stand in. He flew out to left in the 2nd inning and was hit by a pitch in the 4th. And on the grass at 1st is Schiefel, and on the grass at 3rd is Hallbeck. So we'll see what the Steves are doing here as Hartwig already squaring to bunt. And that one is caught by the catcher, Sam Archer. Hartwig tried to lay down the bunt. Can't say it was the cleanest catch by Archer, as there was a bit of a bobble there behind home plate, as you saw. But he's able to make the play, one down here in the 6th inning. Derek Durant struck out looking in the 3rd and was hit by a pitch in the 4th. Up again here in the 6th of what has been a scoreless game to this point. Durant looks at a curve on the outside edge for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1. Strike on the outside edge. So it's no balls and 2 strikes from Rademacher. Has 3 strikeouts in the game and could use one here as pitch sails outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Away from second, Guggenberger. Away from first, Omen. The 1-2 delivery out into left field. After it is Keeney. It's going to hold up for him, and he'll make a one-handed snag in medium depth left for the 2nd out of the inning. So after the first 2 runners reached, the next 2 runners retired by Rademacher. And Andrew Wallach will come to the plate. A single in the 3rd, a strikeout in the 4th. St. Stephen with 5 hits, Princeton with 4. But nobody has dented home plate yet in this contest. The pause by Rademacher. A look back at second, and the pitch sails outside for 1 ball and no strikes. Rademacher, chest high, set away from his body, and the pitch, swing and a miss at a breaker. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 with 2 down. The pitch just missed. 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of the order, and Shalanka on deck. He's hoping for the turn. Rademacher trying to close things out here in the 6th. The pitch caught the corner outside edge. That breaking ball on the outside edge has been consistently given both ways. It may look a little outside from our angle, but it must be crossing the zone in the zone. The pitch swung on and missed that pitch in the dirt. Archer will dig it out and throw to first base to retire the side. 1 hit, 2 left. 5.5 done. No score.
Celebrate the end of the 2021 Town Ball season. Join your teammates, rivals, and ball fans from around the state at the Twins game on September 11th. Special ticket pricing for Town Ball players and fans. Salutes to the newly crowned champs and a very fun night at the ballpark. Order your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/townball and wear your town's team colors to Target Field on September 11th.
The state amateur tournaments are now in full swing. The Class B and C tournaments being played this weekend, next weekend, and Labor Day weekend in Waconia, Chaska, and Hamburg. Get out and support your community, or if you just love the great game of baseball and want to watch win or go home games at fantastic venues, there is nothing like tournament time. Can't make it to the games? PrepSpotlight.tv/townball has packages that will make watching all the venues very affordable. Enjoy the tournament at the park or on PrepSpotlight.tv. 3, 4, and 5 for Princeton here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's been a case of missed opportunities for both teams. Princeton has left 5 men on base. And the Steves total increased to 9 after the top of the 6th inning. But Lance Luncher will look at the first pitch low. 1 ball, no strikes. Archer struck out swinging in the 1st inning and singled in the 3rd. No score here in the 6th. Fly ball right center field. Andrew Wallach angling over. The ball keeps carrying as Wallach having to make the catch near the warning track just to the left of the 355 sign out in right center field. And there's 1 down in the 6th inning. So 1 down in the frame, and Grant Brockhouse comes to the plate. He's grounded out 3 unassisted in both the 2nd and in the 3rd inning. Pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. The 3rd inning plate appearance. Probably one of the key ones of the game. With 2 outs, the Panthers put together 3 singles in a row to load the bases, but Brockhouse was retired to squelch the threat. In there for a strike. It's 1-1 now on Brockhouse. One. Breaking ball outside corner for a strike. It's now 1-2. One and two with 1 down. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Brockhouse down on strikes. Strikeout number 4 of the game for Lance Luncher. Two down, nobody on. And Aaron Ogdahl to the plate. Flew out to center in the 2nd and flew out to left in the 4th. Pitch outside from Lance Luncher. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. 1-0, ground ball towards 3rd, fielded on a hop by Shalanka. He'll fire it across the diamond. And 7 in a row retired now for Lance Luncher. We are 6 innings complete. St. Stephen 0, Princeton 0.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
A lot of traffic on the base pass, no scoring. That's been the story of this one for both teams. Steves have left 9 runners on base. The Panthers have left 5 runners on base, but Steves pitcher Lance Luncher has retired 7 in a row as a well-hit ball off the bat of Shalanka goes into center field, but Jake Carlson got a good beat on it from the get-go and makes the catch about 20 feet in front of the track, in front of the 390 sign in straightaway center. So 1 pitch and 1 out in the 7th inning. Shalanka, the leadoff hitter, now 2 for 4 on the day. And Bo Schmitz is 0 for 3. Fouled to first in the first, flew out to center in the third, and hit into a double play in the 5th inning. It's the pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Only 1-2-3 inning for Damon Rademacher on the day. The Steves have left 1 on in the 2nd, 2 on in the 3rd. The base is loaded in the 4th, swinging a foul. Coming over is Archer, but he'll run out of real estate as it lands over the grandstand and into the parking lot. The ball is 2 strikes. Steves left another runner on in the 5th and 2 more on in the 6th inning. They got the first 2 on in the 6th inning, but failed to advance anyone. They got their leadoff runner on in the 5th, but that runner was erased by a double play. With 2 on and a runner at first in the 4th inning, as ground ball goes towards left and through for a base hit. Schmidt reaches, and he's now 1 for 4 on the day. Back in the 4th inning, with a runner at first and 2 down. Rademacher hit the next 2 batters, but struck out Andrew Wallach to end the threat. Matt Meyer will come to the plate, grounded to short in the 1st, hit into a force play in the 3rd, and reached on an error in the 5th. The base hit a moment ago for Schmitz, the 6th of the day for the Steves. Runner at first with 1 down, and the pitch a foul. Right side, not a play. It's no balls and 1 strike. Stark and Foley set for a 4:30. First pitch. This afternoon. The 0-1 fouled back to the backstop screen, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Rademacher ready. Pitch just missed. "96 pitches on the day for Damon Rademacher. Short lead at first base by Schmidt. He bluffs going. A similar location on a breaking ball, but it's taken outside. For 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Damon to a belly high set, a fly ball center field, relatively deep but playable. Carlson makes an above the head 2-handed catch about 15 feet in front of the track for the 2nd out here in the 7th inning. Two down with Schmitz at first. And Tony Schmitz to the plate, walked in the 2nd, flew out to right in the 4th, and flew out to left in the 5th. Pause by Rademacher, and the offering is a swing and a foul. That one hit off the bottom of the backstop, the concrete bottom to the protective netting, and caromed back towards the field, and it snowballs in 1 strike. Nothing and 1 the count. 0-1 curveball low, runner takes off, throw down to 2nd, not in time. So Bo Schmitz at 2nd, and Tony Schmitz has a 1-1 count on it. One ball, 1 strike. Scoreless game, top of the 7th inning. Low-scoring affair in our first one today when Eagle Lake defeated Cannon Falls 2-1. The 1-1 delivery, a ground ball toward short. Charging there is Duskowski. He can't make the shorthand pickup. Reaching at first will be Schmitz. Runners at the corners and 2 down. E6 on the ruling, and Blake Guggenberger with a big-time chance here for St. Stephen. Guggenberger has reached base 2 of 3 times he's been up. His plate appearance will commence once the meeting on the mound is done. Guggenberger with the sacrifice bunt back in the second, a single in the fourth, and a hit by pitch back in the 6th inning. Bo Schmitz at third, Tony Schmitz at first. And Guggenberger fouls one down the right field line. Grant Brockhouse coming over, but it lands near the Minnesota Baseball Association trailer, which is parked up the first base side. In relatively deep right field, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Shortly at first base by Schmitz. Bo Schmitz down the line at third in the 0-1 as a pop-up directly behind home plate. The catcher, Archer, going back and makes the catch on the Chaska logo directly behind home plate. And the threat is done. The Steves now into double digits in the left on base category with 11. We stretch in Chaska in game 2 of the day. St. Stephen 0 and Princeton 0.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
Clayton Johnson is our producer and director. My name is Darren Swenson. And wherever you are, we're glad you're with us as we bring you the 98th annual Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament to you via PrepSpotlight.tv/townball. We're the only place to get video streaming presentations of this annual summer tradition in the great state of Minnesota. Dan Vosi, Damon Rademacher, and Tyler Dosofsky are 6, 7, and 8 in the order to face Lance Luncher, who has settled down. He's retired the last 7 men he's faced, but a fair ball down the left field line. Vosi heading to second base, and he'll be in with the head-first slide ahead of the throw. Jake Shalanka not liking the call of the home plate umpire. He was claiming that he was right on the bag, and it would have been a foul ball. But Vosi with a leadoff single, or rather a leadoff double here to start things in the 7th inning. And Damon Rademacher will come to the plate. He hit into a forced play to end the 2nd and walked in the 4th. And an appeal to first base was denied by the base umpire. Rademacher will try to help his own cause here. In front of the bag at first is Schmitz. Even with the bag at third is Shalanka. Bunting is Rademacher, and he'll bunt it right back to the mound. A bare-hand pickup made by Luncher, and a throw to first base with Guggenberger covering. And Rademacher does what's asked of him as the sacrifice complete 1-4. It'll be up to Tyson Dasovsky, but he will actually be lifted for a pinch hitter before that happens. A meeting on the mound for the Saints, Steven Steves. Jake Oakes will be the scheduled hitter, or the scheduled pinch hitter. But before that happens, Chris Belling will come to the game. Belling will replace Lunser. Lunser out after 6 1/3 innings. Gave up 5 hits, no runs to this point, but Fossey at third base is his responsibility. 1 walk and 4 strikeouts as Belling will come in to relieve him. Belling was 5-1 this year with a 4.19 ERA. He'll inherit a runner at third with 1 down situation. So the Steves, who have left 11 men on base, right now in danger of giving up the lead, but Belling trying to prevent that from happening. Belling, graduate of Sartell. An all-area player from the St. Cloud Times in high school back in 2016. But he will face Jake Oates, batting for Dasovsky now. Oakes will look at a strike, 0-1. Princeton went to its bench first with Oakes before the Steves brought in Belling as a breaking ball sails high. It is 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Infield up at all 4 spots, as you can tell. In a 0-0 game, bottom of the 7th inning, the 1-1 delivery. Smack towards left, it's through, and a base hit. A pinch hit RBI single for Jake Oakes. And Princeton draws first blood. Jake Oakes, a pinch hit RBI single to score Dan Vosi. It's a 1-0 lead for the Panthers as Gary Scheffel hits a ground ball to third, gobbled up there by Shalanka. He'll fire across the diamond to retire Scheffel. And Oakes moves up to second base on the play. So a runner at second with 2 down in what is now a 1-0 lead for Princeton. And Tanner Keeney will come to the plate to start the 4th trip around the batting order. Tyson Dasovsky will run at second base for Oakes on the re-entry. And Tanner Keeney will come to the plate. He flew out to left in the first, singled in the third, and grounded to second in the fifth. Each team with 6 hits, but Princeton now with a run. As Belling throws outside, 1 ball and no strikes. That run charged to Lance Luntzer, who's now the pitcher of record. A fly ball into left. Riley Hartwig is under it. It keeps carrying, but Hartwig will make a one-handed chest-high catch in deep left to retire the side. But Princeton with a run on the pinch hit RBI single by Jake Oakes. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left, 7 innings complete. It's a 1-0 lead for Princeton.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
Clayton Johnson is our producer and director.
Batting for the Steves, the designated hitter number 9, Ben Ullman.
My name is Darren Swenson. Good one here in our second game of the day at Chaska Athletic Park. Ben Ullman will lead things off here in the 8th inning, and he'll loop one into center field for a base hit on the first offering of the 8th from Damon Rademacher. It'll be the 7th hit of the day for St. Stephen. And Ullman, the St. Stephen manager, is now 2 for 4. And Riley Hartwig will come to the plate. He flew out to left in the second inning, hit by a pitch in the 4th, and fouled to the catcher in a key situation in the 6th. Tried to bunt and instead took a strike, 0-1. Back in the 6th, he was called on to bunt. And that was a first and second, nobody out situation. He ends up fouling back to the catcher. A bunt, third base side, gobbled up there by Hallbeck, and he'll throw to first base, and Schieffel covering. So the runner moves up on the sacrifice. Runner at second. And 1 down, and Derek Durant was the due hitter. But it appears that a pinch hitter will be coming in. Brandon Wallvogel.
Batting for St. Stephen, number 14, Brandon Wallvogel.
Wallvogel will bat for Durant, who was 0 for 2 and was hit by a pitch. Well, a pinch hit single gave Princeton its first run in the bottom of the 7th inning. Can it give St. Stephen its first run in the top of the 8th inning? Paused by Rademacher, and the pitch swung on and missed as Wallvogel chased a breaking ball. No balls, 1 strike, the count on Wallvogel. Andrew Wallach in the on-deck circle, 1 on, runner at second, 1-0 Princeton, visiting half of the 8th, and a breaking ball taken for a strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 2, swing and a miss at a breaker. The strikeout of Wallvogel is the second out of the inning. That's Rademacher's 5th strikeout of the game. Runner at second, 2 down, Andrew Wallach to the plate. Pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Wallach, a single in the 3rd, a strikeout in the 4th, a strikeout again in the 6th. Rademacher delivers, pitch, fly ball, right field, relatively deep. Brockhouse, though, is under it, and he'll make a two-handed hit-high catch to retire the side. One hit, and the 12th runner left on base for the Steves today. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Princeton leading 1-0.
Celebrate the end of the 2021 Town Ball season. Join your teammates, rivals, and ball fans from around the state at the Twins game on September 11th. Special ticket pricing for Town Ball players and fans. Salutes to the newly crowned champs and a very fun night at the ballpark. Order your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/townball and wear your town's team colors to Target Field on September 11th.
The difference in the game to this point has been a Jake Oakes RBI single to score Dan Vosi in the 7th inning for Princeton. Princeton leads it 1-0, trying to set up a matchup with the Watkins Clippers on Saturday. At 1:30 in Waconia. The Panthers will look for some insurance here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Jake Carlson, Sam Archer, and Grant Brockhouse will be the due hitters. Carlson, Archer, and Brockhouse are the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Princeton lineup. Princeton with 6 hits. St. Stephen with 7 as the pitch goes inside. Carlson thought it grazed the jersey, but the home plate umpire didn't buy the marketing effort. 1 ball, no strikes. Carlson takes a strike, and it's 1-1. Carlson struck out in the 1st. Singled in the 3rd and grounded to 3rd in the 5th inning. 1-0 Princeton, home half of the 8th. The 1-1 delivery is high. It is 2 balls and 1 strike now on Jake Carlson. The Steves will have the top of the order due up in their half of the 9th inning. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch, ground ball towards 3rd, but foul. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Carlson, with Archer and Brockhouse to follow again. 2-2 from Belling. A pop-up foul ball, right side and out of play. Over the merchandise tent, as well as the beer and pull tabs tent here in Chaska. Tents along the right field side, and an auxiliary set of bleachers along the left field side. Fastball outside corner, strike 3 call. Carlson now 1 for 4 on the day. Sam Archer is 1 for 3, struck out swinging in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, and flew out to right in the 6th inning. A Jake Oakes RBI single as pinch hitter scored Dan Vosi in the 7th inning, and that's been the difference to this point. As Archer takes a curve for a strike, 0-1. Lance Lunser was the starter for the Steves. Pretty good outing for him, but he's on the hook for the loss if things don't change. Breaking ball on the outside edge for a strike this time, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes with Grant Brockhouse to follow. The 0-2 delivery, ground ball towards the right side and through for a base hit. Archer now 2 for 4. The 0-2 breaker got just a little too much of the plate. And Archer reaches with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-0 the lead for the Panthers. Grant Brockhouse grounded to first in the 2nd, grounded to first in the 3rd, and struck out swinging in the 6th. As the pitch goes low, Matt Meyer tried to perhaps sell that ball got by him, but he has a fellow catcher on base. And I'm guessing they know the tricks of the trade. 1 ball, no strikes the count. 1-0 delivery. Just missed the outside edge, and it's 2 balls and no strikes now on Grant Brockhouse. Runner goes, pop up, foul ball, third base side. Shalanka, with plenty of room on the third base side, will make the catch as Archer moves back to first. Catch was made just outside of the third base Steve's dugout. There's 2 down here in the inning. And the batter will be Aaron Ogdahl, who flew out to center in the 2nd, flew out to left in the 4th, and grounded to 3rd in the 6th. Runner at first and 2 down, a 1-0 lead for Princeton here in the home half of the 8th. Breaking ball a bit outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Short lead at first base by the catcher Archer. Held high set from Belling. The 1-0 delivery well outside. Meyer with a nice snag to prevent runner advancement. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Two and 0 with 2 down. Pitch inside. Now it's 3-0 with Vosey, the man who started the rally in the 7th inning, in the on-deck circle. Belling throws outside and wild all the way back to the backstop. Archer will make a turn at second base, but stay put right there. A 4-pitch walk to Ogdahl is only the 2nd walk given by Steve's pitcher today. Now there will be a meeting on the mound. It looks like another pitcher is coming in for the Steves as Belling will be done after an inning and a 3rd, giving up 2 hits, 1 walk, and striking out 1. And Ben Sickler, Brett Kramer will come into the lineup. Looked at the 28 on the Panthers instead of the 28 on the Steves, so Brett Kramer will be the pitcher. The public address announcer did the same thing. Now I don't feel as bad. Kramer's job will be to get the Panthers retired here and give his team a chance with as little of a mountain to climb as possible in the 9th inning. We will repeat that the Steves will have the top of the order due in that 9th inning as Kramer will face Dan Vosey, who's 2 for 3. Kramer out of St. John's. Vosey a single in the 2nd, a fly out to center in the 4th, and a double and a run scored in the 7th inning. And the pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. And Matt Meyer and Brett Kramer will have a meeting on the mound. Again, with the runner at second base, perhaps using a different set of singles between catcher and pitcher. One ball, no strikes, the count. The pitch swung on and missed. Ball and a strike, the count. One, missed outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count. Two-one delivery. Fly ball right field. Wallach is there. He'll make a two-handed above the head catch and medium to deep right to retire at the side. A walk, a hit, and 2 runners left. We head to the 8th inning. It's been a good one thus far. We go to the top of the 9th inning.
Nobody does high
leading
school
St.
sports like
Stephen,
PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
Town Ball Tour. Head to the small towns and tell people what it's all about.
A lot of excitement. Weather is fantastic.
This place has been here since the early 80s.
This is a baseball town.
The town is here. The kids are here. It's safe. It's a wonderful environment. We certainly met some wonderful characters.
Thanks for joining us for another season of Fox 9's Town Ball Tour.
Damon Rademacher has given up 7 hits. He has hit 3 men. He has walked 1 man. And he has struck out 5 men. It'll be the top of the order for the Steves here in the 9th inning as they trail at 1-0. Jake Shalanka will stand in and look at the first pitch inside on pitch 107 from Damon Rademacher. 1 ball, no strike. Shalanka struck out in the first, singled in the third, singled in the fifth, and flew out to center in the 7th. Good breaking ball, swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Shalanka taking a moment to gather his thoughts. Now steps outside the batter's box on the right-hand side, steps back into it. Rademacher ready to go, gets the immediate sign from Archer in the 1-1. Is a bunt right back to the hill. Good job of being the 5th infielder by Rademacher, and he'll throw to first base to retire Shalanka for out number 1 here in the 9th inning. And Bo Schmitz will be the batter. Fouled to first in the first. Flew out to center in the third. Hit into a double play in the 5th and singled in the 7th inning. Rademacher has only had 1-1-2-3 inning in this contest. That was back in the first. The Steves have left 12 runners on base in this game. And the pitch, I think the umpire wanted it, but it was almost felt like calling it, but apparently just missed. 1 ball and no strikes. The Princeton fans with some oohs and ahs. 1-0, and the pitch swung out and missed at a breaking ball. It's 1-1. Rademacher, the former Gusty. 1-1 the count. 1-1 delivery. Sails high. 2 balls and 1 strike count. Rademacher delivers. Foul back to the backstop on the first base side of home plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Sixth strikeout of the game for Damon Rademacher. Working on a 7-hit shutout. But a man with the potential to tie the game with 1 swing of the bat is at the plate right now. He's hit 11 homers this year, has Matt Meyer. 1 reach and 4 plate appearances. It was on an error in today's game. The pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Meyer grounded to short in the first, into a force play in the third, reached on an error in the fifth, and flew out to center in the 7th. The 1-0 is high. 2 balls, no strikes on Matt Meyer now. Rademacher probably knows to be careful to him as a breaking ball is taken outside, but they looked out at first base, and the first base umpire said he swung, and now it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Matt Meyer. Rademacher ready, the 2-1, a foul ball. Right side, out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Deuce is wild on the number 3 hitter in the Steves lineup. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Princeton is moving on. The Steves had their fair share of base runners throughout the day, but Rademacher ends it with a 1-2-3 inning. In fact, a 1-2-3 inning in the first, a 1-2-3 inning in the 9th. And Princeton wins it 1-0. The Jake Oakes RBI single as a pinch hitter in the 7th to score. Dan Vosey made the difference in the contest. 1 run, 7 hits, 2 errors, and 8 runners left for Princeton. No run, 7 hits, no errors, and 12 runners left for the Steves. The winning pitcher, Damon Rademacher, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 hits batters, 7 hits given up, but a goose egg on the scoreboard. And he gets the win today, throwing 119 pitches in the effort, and a tough luck loss going to be handed to Lance Lunscher. He threw 6 1/3, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. So Princeton is going to move on to Waconia next Saturday. They will take on the Watkins Clippers at 1:30. And St. Stephen's calls it a season. So game number 2 is now done. Coming up at 4:30 this afternoon, we will have Stark against Foley. And we will invite you to join us then. So once again, Princeton defeats St. Stephen by a 1-0 margin. For our producer-director, Clayton Johnson, my name is Darren Swenson, saying so long from Chaska for just a little while.